Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Reflections by Jane. I've got another card making video for you, and this time I'm going to be using the Paper Boutique Enchanting Eucalyptus kit. If the collection is still available, I will link it in the description box below. And this is going to be part of Use Your Stash month. So this is going to be Use Your Stash April or APR. Click on the hashtag and you will discover more content creators that are joining in on this challenge. This is I have bought this recently, so I am cheating technically, but I did feel that I needed to make some masculine cards, and that's why I chose this kit, because I need to make some masculine cards for family birthdays and whatnot for throughout the rest of the year. So I have got this, just a little bit of information about the kits that I'm using. So this is the paper kit, and you get 8 designs, and I think there's 4 of each, and you get quite a few die cut toppers. You can die cut them down further if they are too big. I have cut one out already. And then you get all these decorative papers. Now, as you can see, they are quite gender neutral. There aren't many florals in here. And because it's an 8x8 pad, I'm going to hopefully get multiple cards out of one sheet of this paper. So yeah, as you can see, they're absolutely gorgeous designs, and I can't wait to get started. Next up, I've got the embellishment pad, and in these pads you have cut parts. These aren't die cut, so there's border strips, there's squares. You can actually cut these down further like the other ones. You get all these sentiments from our home to yours, thinking of you, mother, sister, granddaughter, daughter, auntie, dad. There's loads, sort of neutral sentiments, so they're not just for birthdays. And then you've got son-in-law, mother-in-law, and whatnot. You've got quite a lot in this pad, especially for you on your special day. It's time to celebrate. So you know, they're not just for birthdays. You could do them for anniversaries, you could do them for retirement cards. Yeah, you name it, you've got it in this pad. And as I say, they're not overly floral, the images, so I think they would work perfectly for a man as well. And then moving on, I've got the insert collection. So on my collections, I do like to cut these down and put them as an insert in the card as well. So I'm going to get chopping. I'm going to get my trimmer, I'm going to chop to my heart's content, and I'm going to get all the elements hopefully prepared. I've got some extra coloured cardstock that I will be using alongside for mats and layers. Yeah, so stick around. Hopefully you'll find some inspiration. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and yeah, I'll see you on the other side. See you in a bit. Okay, so you will have seen me chopping up the papers for for the collection. You will have seen me chopping up the cutter parts and sorting them all out. You will have seen me cutting up the insert papers as well. You will have seen me putting together cards, but I only do, to keep the video short, I try to go through what I do as the process when I get a collection, cutting it up and whatnot, and then I'll show you probably a couple of card sketches that I've used to put the cards together. Now these are all A6 cards. You can use the card sketches for A2 if you use A2 cards as well, but I do like making A2 cards, but I find A6 are more economical on the A4 paper, my A4 cardstock. But anyway, so these are all the cards I've made. So there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70. There is one A2 size card in here. The rest are A6. Now they are all card sketches, and I've done multiples of one card sketch. So yeah, so these are all one card sketch. I did quite a few of these because the thin strips that you get in the cut apart pad were perfect for cutting out these banners, die cutting these banners, and they were I find it more economical to do that. So I've got quite a few of those. I got that card sketch. I think I only did one of those because this die wasn't cutting very well. I could have done it by hand, but I really just wanted to do it by die cutting. But anyway, I did cut a banner by hand there, but I liked the matte and layer style, so I scrapped that idea. And then using the banners again, I used the die cut shapes that are in the in one of the pads where you punch out the die cuts, and yeah, I did that card sketch there. So there's that one. Did quite a few of those. I really like this card sketch. So it was using, I used the insert paper, the cut aparts and the pattern paper, and used a strip and some Love from Lizzie peel-offs, and I used some, most of the cards I've used some Nouveau drops to embellish, and I did use some stamped sentiments, and I have used sentiments from the cut apart pad as well. So yeah, I really like that card sketch. I did quite a few cards in that one, in that style. And then I did that one there using some twine. So I did a couple of those, and then I did that card sketch there using Love from Lizzie peel-offs. Yeah, really like that card sketch. I think that looks really lovely, using different pattern papers and using the die cut sentiment. So I did quite a few of those, and I used different colours of Love from Lizzie peel-offs on these cards. Did some greens, some gold, some dark greens, yeah. And then I did this card sketch here, was just a long banner which I did cut. I used a sentiment from the cut apart squares. Those were from the long strips that look, you know, that you could put on a DL card. So I did all those. I did quite a few of those card sketches. So on some of them I did a double up banner. And then I've done some die cutting of scalloped circles and used the circle die cut pieces. Yeah, so I did quite a few of those. I did some scalloped edges and panels down the card. I did one of those which was just a strip across there. Yeah, and the majority of those then are scalloped circles. Yeah, so I have made, and every single one of them has got an insert on the inside and stamped with my personal stamp on the back. So yeah, so got some some inserts. Well, I just put tape across the top and keep it loose leaf like that. That's how I do mine. And so I've just put these back in this. Just put these back in. I could have made a whole lot more because I still have all of this left over. There's scraps in here, there's pattern papers, there are inserts. The inserts you can actually use for card fronts as well, they don't have to just be for inserts. So I am going to make a lot more, but I will be doing that off camera. If I was to use the whole kit, I just wouldn't have enough room on my camera to film it all. So but yeah, you get the gist. The collection is absolutely stunning. I love all the greens, I love the eucalyptus. I even have some eucalyptus dies somewhere, so I'm going to use those to embellish the cards as well. But yeah, but that's the gist of what I've been doing with this collection, and as you can see, I can still make a hell of a lot more. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. If you do like these kind of videos, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.